C.E. Falk of Virginia Beach, Hampton Roads Toyota dealers. He's got racing electronics on the Toyota Camry, along with Von Zipper sunglasses and Avalon Fishing Pier. Casey Wyatt, the 29. Top 10 qualifying effort for Casey. From Newport News, Vinny's Pizza and Pasta. Joe's Auto Parts for Evergreen Lawn Care, Bay Custom Body Shop, Bostic Electrical. Also in the top 10, Kyle Waltz driving the 1 car from Newport News, and Doug Gotze, the 05 Gotze and Sons. The 55, Mark Wirtz, the Dunkin' Donuts Planet Fitness Machine, Crossroads Fuel, Bounce House, and Bayport Credit Union, number 55. Green flag is in the air. We're underway at Langley Speedway. Greg Edwards showing the way with the 21 and the 2 of Matt Waltz up front. They get a good bite out of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. Trying to get through lap 1. Paul DeBolt up there in the top 3 in car number 34. Danny Edwards on the outside of Wesley Falk. They got a good battle as they exit turn number 2. C.E. Falk is there too. So is the 12 of Dean Shiflett. Casey White on the outside of the 1 and the 55. Kyle Waltz in the 55 of Mark Wirtz. They're bumping and banging just ahead. 12-car Dean Shiflett and Casey Wyatt battle it out for positions. About 7th or 8th. Kyle Waltz down on the inside of Casey Wyatt now. They get very close between turns 1 and 2. Mark Wirtz follows these guys in the Dunkin' Donuts number 55. Followed by Doug Gotze, that 05, and Jeff Shiflett of Moyock, North Carolina, the 01. Tight racing between Mark Wirtz and Casey Wyatt, the 29. Casey on the outside. It's a 100-lap race. Long way to go. Casey gets tapped by the 05. He saves it, though. Doug Gotze got into him. Doug Gotze. And now the 101 machine, 29, battling out. Jeff Shiflett, Casey Wyatt. Back up front, Greg Edwards showing the way ahead of Matt Waltz, Paul DeBolt, Wesley Falk, and Danny Edwards, the top 5. Then C.E. Falk, Dean Shiflett, Kyle Waltz, Mark Wirtz, Doug Gotze, Jeff Shiflett, Casey Wyatt, Dwayne Shreves. Mark Wirtz and the 1 of Kyle Waltz fighting for that 8th position. Casey Wyatt gets to the inside of the 1 of Jeff Shiflett. Meanwhile, the 33's off the pace. Lee Reinhardt comes into the pits. Casey Wyatt makes the pass on Jeff Shiflett. Now Mark Wirtz trying to do battle with the 1 of Kyle Waltz as they make their way down the back straightaway. Meanwhile, back up near the front. Good battle between the 80 and the 26. Danny Edwards up to 4th, Wesley Falk in 5th. Back and forth, they battle it out. And also just ahead, Paul DeBolt fights for the 2nd spot and passes Matt Waltz. He's in 2nd. Danny Edwards trying to hold on to that 4th position. He's got pressure from behind, though. The 40th, C.E. Falk. C.E. down on the inside of the 80 machine of Wesley Falk. Laps out of 100 here at Langley Speedway. Greg Edwards still showing the way, about 5 to 6 car lengths ahead of Paul DeBolt. Paul having a great run tonight in car number 34. He's about 3 car lengths ahead of the 2 of Matt Waltz. Then Danny Edwards closing in, about 2 car lengths behind, back there in the 4th position. Being challenged by the 40 of C.E. Falk, the Avalon Fishing Pier in Toyota, number 40. Gets into Danny a little bit that time between turns 1 and 2. Casey Wyatt trying to move his way back up to the front. He's now on the inside. He does get by Doug Gotze in the 05. 01, Jeff Shiflett and the 05 get together a little bit between turns 1 and 2 as they fight it out for the 11th position. Lee Reinhardt came into the pits. He's about to go back out, it looks like. The red and the white, number 33. He comes out the rear of the field, several laps down. He's only completed 7 laps out of the 16 or 15 that we've already run. Reno Marchetti trying to get by Dwayne Shreves in the back straightaway. Meanwhile, Casey Wyatt, the 05 Doug Gotze, and the 01 Jeff Shiflett stay right there together, nose to tail, fighting it out for a top 10 position. Casey is in 10th. Kyle Walsh just ahead in the 1 car. He is 9th. Here goes Reno Marchetti to the inside of Dwayne Shreves for 13th position. Reno Marchetti running for the Rookie of the Year, makes the pass, and he's in 13th. Shane Lockhart, the K95 car, he follows him through. The 12 car gets to the inside of Danny Edwards, takes over the 5th position, and that is Dean Shiflett moving up. Danny's glass number 26, Danny Edwards, falling back a little bit. Now pressured by the 80 of Wesley Falk. They battle it out for 6th position. "21 laps complete. Greg Edwards showing the way over Paul DeVolt, the 34 car in 2nd. Matt Waltz in 3rd. It's C.E. Falk in 4th. Dean Shiflett in 5th. Danny Edwards Jr. is in 6th. Then Wesley Falk, Mark Wirtz, Kyle Waltz, Casey Wyatt, the top 10. Doug Gotze, Jeff Shiflett, Reno Marchetti, Shane Lockhart, Dwayne Shreves, Mitch Sarvis, the top 16. Lee Reinhardt several laps down, and Terry Carroll only able to complete 2 laps. Doug Gotze able to get that by the Casey Wyatt, number 29, and take over the 10th position. Here goes the 01 now, Jeff Shiflett getting to the inside of Casey. Great side-by-side action down the back straightaway with Casey Wyatt on the outside. Jeff Shiflett, the 01 down low, the orange and the white 01. He makes the pass. Casey hangs tough on the outside, followed very closely by Reno Marchetti, the 14, who goes to the inside of Casey, trying to make the pass, slips a little bit, and the K95 car is on his back bumper. Shane Lockhart, the K95 car. So far, so good for Greg Edwards. Maintains about 6 to 7 car lengths over the 34 of Paul DeVolt, who's in 2nd. Then it's about a full straightaway back to the 40 of C.E. Falk. Then Matt Waltz, Dean Shiflett, the 12 car in 5th. Danny Edwards Jr., the Danny's Glass 26, falling back a little bit. He's back in the 6th position, ahead of Wesley Falk, the 80 in 7th. Mark Wirtz, the 55 Dunkin' Donuts Planet Fitness ride. He's right there in the 8th position. Kyle Waltz, the 1 car, 9th. And Doug Gotze, the 05, maintains a top 10 position. Now Dwayne Shreves, he's got a fight on his hands as Mitch Sarvis is all over his back bumper. The leader is right behind these guys. So he's going to be held up a little bit with these 2 guys racing. This might allow the 34 Sears Sand and Gravel ride of Paul DeVolt to close in on Greg Edwards. Greg trying to decide which way to get by. The 38 of Dwayne Shreves goes to the outside. Mitch Sarvis now in between. Those 2 guys running 1st and 2nd. Paul DeVolt held up a little bit by Mitch Sarvis, who's gone a lap down in the 88. Dwayne Shreves is off the pace. Shreves makes his way into the pits. Well, Dwayne Shreves up there with a top 14 or 15 place run. He's in the pits. Something not right on his ride. Good race between Danny Edwards and the 12 of Dean Shiflett. Danny all over the back bumper of that number 12. Rogers number 12, Dean Shiflett with a mirror full of Danny Edwards. Wesley Falk following these guys. Then it's Mark Wirtz, the 55, the 1 of Kyle Waltz. Kyle back in 9th. 14 making a run on Casey Wyatt. That is for 12th position. And he's got it. Shane Lockhart also gets by Casey Wyatt. Meanwhile, back up near the front, the 12 and the 26 going at it hot and heavy for that 5th position. Danny Edwards trying to take it away. Danny doing all he can to stay off the 12 and make the pass as cleanly as he can. But he's being chopped off a little bit. He and Dean Shiflett, very good racers out here at Langley Speedway, fighting for that 5th position. Now Danny's got the nose of his car underneath the 12, trying to get to the inside between turns 3 and 4. He's got a good run going down the front straightaway. Oh, he loses a little bit, slides, and the 80 is there too. Wesley Falk trying to get a piece of the action. This is the battle for a top 5. And again, Danny with pressure from behind by Wesley Falk as he tries to battle with the 12 of Dean Shiflett for 5th. Down the back straightaway again. Danny gets a good run out of turn number 2. Closes again on the back end of that 12 machine of Dean Shiflett. Those cars all right there together. The 5 machines all battling out for the top 5. Danny Edwards again loses a little bit between turns 1 and 2. Dean Shiflett stays ahead in the 12 car in that 5th position. Following him very closely, nose to tail, bumper to bumper, Danny Edwards, Wesley Falk, Mark Wirtz, and Kyle Waltz. Almost to halfway, 9 laps until halfway. You can see that 12 car, Dean Shiflett, is holding up these guys a little bit, but they're having a hard time trying to get by as Danny Edwards once again takes a peek on the inside, down the back straightaway, the nose of the car almost up to the fender. Seems like Dean is running the line that Danny wants to run, but he can't quite get his car turned underneath him. Now he does on the back straightaway. Side by side, they race for the 5th position. Meanwhile, the 21 of Greg Edwards has put Casey a lap down, Casey Wyatt. But up front, look at this. The 12 and the 26 continue the battle for 5th. Danny again inches his way almost right up next to the 12 of Dean Shiflett. All these cars right there together. That is 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th. Dean Shiflett, Danny Edwards, Wesley Falk, Mark Wirtz, Kyle Waltz. Next in line would be the 05. He's about a straightaway back. That would be Doug Gotze. Danny loses a little bit of a grip between turns 1 and 2. The 80 takes advantage of that slip. Wesley Falk makes the pass. He's got 6th. Mark Wirtz also makes the pass. And Kyle Waltz is there to the inside of Danny now in the 1 car. Wesley and Dean going at it here for that 5th position. Dean has been fighting them off. Every challenger that comes up to fight with him for that 5th position, he stays ahead. Will the same happen with Wesley Falk, who's now to the inside of the red number 12 of Dean Shiflett. Great battle between these two. Side-by-side action. It happens every Saturday night in the late model division at Langley Speedway. the Wheeling All-American Racing Series, the Crossroads Fuel late model stock cars, 100 laps. They bump and bang a little bit that time. And the 12 car, he's going to lose at least 3 positions. As he and the 80 got together, did enough damage to slow him up dramatically on the back straightaway. Dean Shiflett off the pace now. He was up there in 5th, but the 80 of Wesley Falk slammed into him. Took that position away, and Dean Shiflett, now with damage on the 12, comes into the pits. Danny Edwards was up there racing him clean, stayed off of him, but Wesley Falk got into him a little bit rough. At the exit of turn number 4, did some damage on the 12, and he's now going several laps down. Greg Edwards leads in the 21 machine over Paul DeBolt, 34 hanging tough in second. C.E. Falk, the 40 machine, and 2-time Langley Speedway champion, 3rd position. Then Matt Waltz, Wesley Falk now in 5th. After he got into the 12 of Dean Shiflett, Dean continues to sit on pit road. Mark Wirtz with a good run going tonight. He's got the 55 car in 6th. Kyle Waltz, the 1, is in 7th. Danny Edwards, 26, is in 8th. Doug Gotze, the 05, 9th. And Shane Lockhart has worked his way all the way up into the top 10 in the K95 car after starting near the rear of the field. He started the race in 15th. Dean Shiflett gets back out on the racetrack. And Shiflett is about 4 to 5 laps down. The 55, Mark Wirtz making his way by, closing up on the back end of that 80 machine within about 2 car lengths, and the 1 car is coming to Kyle Waltz. He's about the same distance back and fighting for the 6th position. About 9 laps past halfway, Greg Edwards goes by, puts lap 59 up in lights, working the lap traffic, putting some good cars a lap down too. The 01 Jeff Shiflett is about to go a lap down. He is in 11th place. Shane Lockhart knows the K95 car, knows that Greg Edwards is coming in the 21. He's trying to stay ahead of him. And also racing with the 05 of Doug Gotze for that 5th position just ahead of Greg. Whatever happened with the 12 car, looks like they were able to get it fixed. He's not quite as fast as he was, but he's back on the racetrack. Dean Shiflett is shown in 15th position, about 5 to 6 car lengths, or actually 5 to 6 laps off the pace. "63 laps completed. Greg Edwards, the 21 machine, showing the way from Poquoson, Virginia, a 2-time Langley Speedway track champion. Browers Mechanical, Danny's Glass. He's got Charlie High Racing Engine, Fair Distributors, Creech Racing Fabrication on the Chevrolet. He's up in the spot everybody wants to be in, the lead of the race, looking for win number 2 for 2011 at Langley Speedway. Leader of the race, Greg Edwards, working the lap traffic. He sets his sights on 10th place, the K95 car of Shane Lockhart, who's doing battle with Doug Gotze, the Gotze & Son 05. Shane needs to get by Doug and stay ahead of Greg to stay on the lead lap. Paul DeBolt also working the lap traffic. He's trying to get by the 01 of Jeff Shiflett, and he's about a half straightaway back from Greg in the 21. He makes his way out of turn 4 into the start-finish line to complete lap 67. Greg goes to the outside of Shane Lockhart's machine in between turns 3 and 4. He makes the pass. Shane gives him plenty of room. Here's the 1 in the 12 going at it. Kyle Waltz, Dean Shiflett. Dean several laps down. Greg Edwards also gets by. Mark Wertz, the 55 Dunkin' Donuts Planet Fitness machine, is closing in on the 80. This is for position, and a top 5 position at that. Mark Wertz wants it bad. He's had some rough luck this year. Mark Wertz again all over the back end of that 80 machine of Wesley Falk. Meanwhile, the 40 and the 34 battle it out for the second spot. C.E. Falk able to get by. Paul DeBolt. Paul is slowing up a little bit in the 34 machine. Greg Edwards now working the lap traffic. Trying to get to the inside of Doug Gotze, 0-5, to put him a lap down. That means he's putting the 9th place driver a lap down. Setting a very fast pace. No caution flag so far. Shane Lockhart just behind Greg Edwards. He and the 0-5 Doug Gotze continue to battle it out. That is a battle for the 9th position. Some great racing here for the late model division, the Whelen All-American Racing Series at Langley Speedway. The Crossroads Fuel folks sponsoring this division the entire season. Next time when Greg crosses the line, there will be 25 laps to go. No caution flags. Very fast pace for the race. But the way some of these guys are racing each other when they get to each other side by side, we could have a caution flag soon. Kyle Waltz all over the back end of Mark Wertz now as they battle it out for the 6th position. Mark has lost a little bit of ground to the 80 of Wesley Falk. He was up there battling for the 5th position, but now has fallen back a little bit, working the lap traffic. Mitch Sarvis on the inside of Mark Wertz now. Mitch being shown in 14th position. A couple of laps down is the 88. Mark Wertz and Kyle Waltz. And you've got Danny Edwards, who's fallen back to 8th position. Here goes Kyle Waltz to the inside of Mark. Good battle for the 6th position now in the back straightaway. He dives down low. They get very close between turns 3 and 4. Mark gives him plenty of room, drifts up high. Now between turns 1 and 2, Kyle Waltz stays down low, gets a good bite at the exit of turn number 2, takes that position away, and he is now taking over 6th. 20 laps to go for Greg Edwards. Paul DeBolt falling back a little bit now in the 34 car after being up there challenging for that 2nd spot. He's fallen back, but still in 3rd, ahead of the 2, Matt Waltz. When that lap traffic gets by, the caution flag is out. We got a spin over there in turn number 2 to bring out the caution flag. Our first caution flag of the nighttime for the Crossroads Fuel late model stock cars. And that is going to be the 80 of Wesley Falk. 12 car into the pits. Dean Shiflett. And Dean and Wesley got together a little bit earlier. Dean Shiflett parks it on pit road. Once again, the reason for the most recent caution flag, the 80 car of Wesley Falk got into the 12 machine of Dean Shiflett a little bit earlier. A little bit of a payback there by the 12 into the 80. And here we go, back to the green flag action. Greg Edwards, C.E. Falk, and some cars choose to use the cone. That's going to include Matt Waltz on the outside in the 2 car. He will try and take the lead from Greg Edwards if he's able. Greg gets a good fight between turns 1 and 2. C.E. Falk is down on the inside of the 2 of Matt Waltz. He takes over the 2nd spot. Matt Waltz back to the 3rd spot. Tried to use the cone to use the outside groove. Meanwhile, Paul DeVault fights off with the 1 of Kyle Waltz, a 4th place position. And Danny Edwards is there in car 26. Here goes C.E. Falk. Mounted a challenge with a 21 of Greg Edwards the last time they raced. Greg got into C.E., moved him out of the way, took the lead, took the win the last time they were here. Will C.E. Falk repay the favor? He's closing in on Greg. Meanwhile, Danny Edwards down on the inside, trying to take over the 4th position, or 5th. And Greg trying to hold off C.E. Falk. C.E. again almost gets to the back bumper. It's not going to be pretty when he does, I got a feeling. C.E. Falk trying to hang with Greg Edwards, who's shown the way all night long in the lead. He slips between turns 1 and 2, loses a lot of ground to Greg, who pulls away by about 4 to 5 car lengths now over C.E. Falk. Greg Edwards showing the way. C.E. Falk in 2nd. It's Matt Waltz 3rd, Paul DeVault 4th, Danny Edwards 5th, Kyle Waltz is in 6th, Wesley Falk in 7th, Mark Wirtz in 8th, Shane Lockhart 9th, and Jeff Shiflett the top 10. Jeff Shiflett right there behind Mark Wirtz, all over the back end for that position. That is for 8th. 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, right there. Reno Marchetti having a good run tonight in the 14 machine. Greg Edwards again about 4 car lengths ahead of C.E. Falk. After that slip that C.E. made between turns 1 and 2 a few laps back, he has not been able to gain any ground on Greg. 11 laps to go this next time by. Meanwhile, the 05 Doug Gotze makes the pass on Mark Wirtz. Here goes Reno Marchetti trying to make the move on Wirtz. The Sears Sand and Gravel number 14, Reno Marchetti running for the Rookie of the Year. Getting by one of the best out here, Mark Wirtz. Meanwhile, just ahead, the 05 Doug Gotze. He does battle with Jeff Shiflett in the 01, who's on the outside. They bump and bang. Gotze makes the pass. Shiflett tries to get back on the inside of the 05. Meanwhile, just behind these guys, it's Reno Marchetti who pulls ahead. It's Mitch Sarvis in the 55 of Mark Wirtz doing battle behind these guys. And Casey Wyatt in the 29. "91 laps complete here at Langley Speedway. Greg Edwards with just a few laps to go. Hoping there's no caution flag. "92 laps completed. The Wheeling All-American Racing Series at Langley Speedway. Crossroads Fuel 100 laps. And 7 laps to go. Top 10 once again, Greg Edwards, C.E. Falk, Matt Waltz, Paul DeVault, and Danny Edwards, the top 5. Followed by Wesley Falk, Mark Wirtz, Shane Lockhart, Kyle Waltz, and Doug Gotze. Kyle Waltz falling back. Four laps to go. Everybody looks content with their position right now. The 2, Matt Waltz just ahead of Paul DeVault. I don't know if they've knocked the transponder loose on Kyle Walt's car, but he has fallen back as far as scoring goes. Now the caution flag is out. Caution flag is out here the second time, lap number 97. They'll go back to the last green flag completed lap. Greg Edwards looking for victory tonight. This is going to close it up, and C.E. Falk is going to be right there on the back end, the number 21 of Greg Edwards. Rena Marchetti running for the Rookie of the Year this year. Mitch Sarvis, the 88, Casey Wyatt, 29, Kyle Waltz, Lee Reinhardt, Dean Shiflett, Dwayne Shreves, and Terry Carroll. And they will get the green flag the next time they come by. No cone in effect this time. See what kind of start that Greg can get over C.E. Falk. C.E. is hungry. He's right there. No wins this year for the two-time track champion from 2009 and 2010. Matt Waltz also hungry right there in the 2, and Paul DeBolt in the 34. Very consistent again tonight. Green flag back in the breeze, and 3 laps to go. C.E. all over Greg that time. Tried to get him, couldn't quite do it. Greg stays ahead, about 2 car lengths ahead of C.E. Falk now. At the exit of turn 2, he was all over him though. A little bit further back, Paul DeBolt staying ahead of Danny Edwards, who's got pressured down to the inside by Kyle Waltz. 2 laps to go for Greg Edwards. Greg Edwards looking for the second win this year. He's got 1 lap to go to get it. Kyle Waltz makes the pass on Danny Edwards. He moves up to the 5th position. Checkered flag is out. Greg Edwards wins the Browers Mechanical car in victory lane. C.E. Falk, he finishes in 2nd place. The 2, Matt Waltz is next. Then you had Danny Edwards having a good run tonight, but Paul DeBolt, number 34, with a top 10 finish. He is 4th. Danny Edwards back there, shown in 5th position. Greg Edwards, number 21, up there in the top spot. I'm not sure what the scoring is on the 1 car, but I think they'll get that straightened out. Kyle Waltz. Greg Edwards, C.E. Falk, and Matt Waltz in the top 3. Let's take it down trackside to the Dale Lemons victory lane. Ron Kitchen standing by.
First lap to that. Here he is, folks, your winner, Greg Edwards. Greg, congratulations. Good run, buddy. You led the whole thing.
Thank you, man. That was a great win, and I just knew C would work his way up there. When he got up there and we had 3 to go, I was like, oh no, he's gonna remember last race. But last week I didn't really get to thank my sponsors, and I'd like to thank Browers Mechanical. I mean, Greg Browers just helped out tremendously. Danny's Glass, Samson Monarch, Tamco Paints, Race Wrap, Fair Distributing. James Long, I mean, he lets me drive this car, lets us all have this much fun, and he's got great equipment. He keeps us in great equipment, and I'm just excited to be here.
Greg, you did a good job out there, and you were talking about last week. What happened last week?
Well, I kind of got in the back of CE there with 5 to go. I was maybe a little too hungry for a win. I got in back of him, but I think we've made up, and he showed class tonight because he probably could have ran in the back of me, but I was just running like hell when he did the last 3 laps. I just want to go as fast as I'll go, try to get away from him.
Well, you were on a rail each time they threw that green flag when the last 2 cautions come out, and I don't think anybody could have got around.
Well, that's a good thing he started back where he did, because he worked his way all the way to 2nd under green, and probably would have been a lot more exciting if he didn't have to wear his car getting up there. But the car was good tonight. I mean, this car's been fast since we brought it out last year, and we just keep tweaking on it, making it better. And, man, I'm just hoping for a great season.
Good run. Congratulations. Your winner tonight, Greg Edwards. Steve, you got a little trophy for him?
Oh, they want us up front. Armed Forces Night. And Dr. Mimi Peak would like to say congratulations on a great win. What a fun race to watch. Good job. Oh, you're quite welcome.